Hey guys, and welcome back to Expedition Engineering. Living life is tough. Living life on a boat is tougher, and living life on a project boat while documenting it all is masochism. Sprinkle in a major health crisis or two, well, here we are. Jade and I took a minute to catch our breath and figure out how to keep going. And for now, the answer, as said best by the great Dory, is to just keep swimming. With the hardtop officially installed, we can turn our attention to the whole reason, main reason, we built it, solar, and be one huge step closer to our final goal of being self-sufficient. For this first set of panels, we took several thousand measurements, rearranged the panels at least as many times, marked everything up, scrubbed the surfaces with acetone, and permanently bonded the panels down, and then immediately freaked out that we had everything crooked. Spoiler alert, it was in fact perfect.
We are gonna call it for the night because we draw a little design for us, Brett.
Can you see that?
Yeah, I can perfectly. The sun just went down and the fog just rolled in and everything is just drenching wet with dew.
And to spice things up just a little bit, we got an email from the marina saying we had 48 hours to move our boat. Stress level high. So we moved really far, 2 spots down. And while this wasn't my prettiest docking, the bow thruster decided to quit working at the most inopportune moment. Of course. And like they say, any docking you can walk away from is a good docking. Whew. There hasn't been a boat in this slip for a long time.
Oh, was it really slimy?
Very nasty. Now that we're in our new spot, we have our same neighbor just on our other side now. We are going to get the rest of these solar panels up on top. We took down our backstay to get these panels installed, get them all oriented, and I'm going to put you guys on a time lapse and find Jade tape. Hi, hot dog. How you doing? Luckily, Bouge RV is super awesome and they hooked us up with plenty of panels, so we can treat this kind of like a big sliding game of Tetris. Once we decided what we think is the right answer, we taped them together so we can move it around as one giant piece. That way they don't overlap and scratch each other.
Do you want to hear some super fantastic news? All of those times we thought we did it wrong. We were wrong then, and it actually is fine, and it's totally right, and all of our measurements were right.
I think we were wrong enough times that it canceled out. It was like 4 wrongs make a right or something like that.
We kept thinking that, oh no, what if we measured it wrong? And then turns out we didn't, and it looks amazing, and I'm really relieved. I'm like so relieved that it's like, wow.
It looks really good.
You happy with it?
Yeah, I'm so happy with that. It looks exactly like our drawing.
Tends to be the theme with this project.
I know. Jade's drawings are perfect. Wow, go figure. Once again, Jade's amazing. We need to figure out is how to keep these clean, or like how to clean them. They have just a tiny bit of dust on them, and I sprayed them off with water earlier, and now they just have like dirty water spots.
We need to leave the desert.
Is that what it is? We need to sail away from the desert. We got a little stressed as we were walking up here because the wind started picking up a little bit, and they're only very lightly taped to each other. And so we just have like one large panel that could just fly away because it is taped to the deck, but only in 3 places with a little bit of tape. But they haven't flown away yet, so we're good. Now what we're gonna do is we're going to lift up, because the way these work is there's a strip of the glue tape right here, and then there's strips going this direction. So we can clean under this one, take the tape off, or the backing off, stick it down, and then do the next ones. That way we know they're all lined up, and nice. And everything should be good. Once we were satisfied with the layout, the location, we traced all of the corners of each panel with pencil onto the hardtop. That way, as we peeled the backing off of the plastic and stuck it down, we got it right. We really only get one chance at this. No pressure. There's a 1. We decided to flip the panels. We had it set so that 2 were facing this direction, then the third one was facing the other direction, and then 2 the other direction. The reason we flipped it is because from different angles, they look different. When we went up top, you could tell just based on the coloring, like it was 2 dark blue and then a light blue and then 2 dark blue and then a light blue, and it just looked a little funky. Maybe if we went every other or something, it might have looked more intentional, but so we decided just to flip them all the same way, and then we will just deal with the wiring later. That's a problem for tomorrow, Brett. This is teamwork.
You know what? Can you go grab me one of those orange little
Hooks?
hooks?
Yeah.
I'll just take this.
It's kind of cool seeing it like fall down as you pull out the plastic. Now I get to clean up boxes. Jay did all the hard work. She gets to sit. Now I get to clean up this mess and feed Dingo. He's a little hungry.
Dingo, do you need dinner?
Are you hungry?
Are you hungry for dinner? Brett's gonna feed you first.
Yeah. I just gotta get to his food, which is down there. Now with the main panels up and sorted, it's time to figure out the side panels.
This is where the panel lines up, comes back, and then it's overlapping our gutter here. So we were thinking of just filling that in, but I mean, it's really not necessary.
Yeah, I didn't realize. What if we go all the way back? Because that's what we talked about doing.
If we go all the way back, you were kind of liking the more staggered look, though.
Yeah. No, I was just thinking of different like gutter arrangements. But yeah, I
What
think
if
the
we-
staggered looks better.
Let me stand up and have a look at it from a little distance. Pull it towards you a little more.
Decisions have been made. We have decided not to fill in the gutter.
I might do it.
Stand by. Still undecided. Because now we're looking at our hole there for the wires is where we plan to have the wires, but the solar panel is really close to that. And so I don't know if the little through junction that we have will fit there. All these little problems, all these little things. It's the little things.
Overlap the panels.
I mean, got the solar panel back down, and we may have made some decisions. Nothing is final until it's stuck down, so I'm not even going to tell you what it is.
We've decided. No, we haven't. We've decided. No, we haven't. We've decided. We might have decided. That's going to be like the last 30 seconds of this video, isn't it?
We sent Jade up top to test out my fancy new rain gutter, and it works. It's not great, but the water does kind of end up in the rain gutter and does kind of go through the holes, which is better than what it was doing before, which was just coming all over the cockpit. So, kind of a win.
So now our rain collection is one step closer back to the collection. That's just directing it to the front of the boat.
Some of you super sleuthers will have noticed that throughout this video, the wires have changed. There have been sometimes in parallel, sometimes in series, sometimes a 200 combined with a 100, and that was all just testing. But now it's time to get serious. Booster RV once again hooked us up and sent us all of the connectors, cables, and tools that we'll need, with the exception of these inline fuses, which I'm adding because I am going to intentionally cut big holes in these solar panels, and I don't want to make anything explode.
Brett has been getting the panels all wired together. So we kind of wired them together temporarily before, just to see how the efficiency was going to be, so we'd have something to compare to. And okay, Brett's got them wiring going. So I'm going to wiggle these, and then Brett's going to label them at the bottom, so that we'll know which panels which wires go to. Tell me when you're ready, Brett.
Okay, which one are you pulling?
I'm pulling the 4 200s negative wire.
Okay, go ahead.
We actually have 2 panels that we haven't installed yet, because we're going to wait till after painting. The positive one?
Yep.
Ready for it?
Yep.
So those are running inside of the hardtop and then down the conduit that we made and installed inside these rear legs, and that runs down and kind of lets out in the lazarette. So that's where a lot of the solar chargers and stuff, I presume, are going to be installed, although I actually don't know where Brett's planning to install this. I'm just here because I'm helping Brett, because he can't be on top and in the lazarette at one time. So it makes me a very important person right now because I'm the up top person. I could have been the lazarette person. I was given a choice. I opted for up top. I have a bit of a migraine, so I've been in bed doing nothing. But I just woke up from my nap, so I'm gonna edit so we get some videos out for you guys. Wish me luck. Beautiful. You're done good.
Yeah. I will make sure I don't wire those up wrong.
Are you happy with how the wiring is going up there?
Pretty good, yeah. I think I'm not entirely sure how it's gonna end up like looking. My goal is to get it as tidy as possible. So it'll get there.
Because we did the flexible panels, they are top mounted, the wires, instead of the wires coming out the bottom of the panel. So that means the wires are running on the tops of the panels. That is actually like pretty self-explanatory, I think. But it means it won't be as clean of a look up there as if
If they were the rigid panels, there's often gaps underneath that you could run the wires and the little junction box, but because we're going super thin, there's no space for that. Just pros and cons, but there is a lot of black space, so we're going to try and bundle all the wiring and plugs and everything onto the black space, so it should be tidy, and you'll be able to see it, but it should be about the same height as all the junction boxes, not really be an eyesore. It was too hot for me to multitask, so I didn't really film, but I have the wiring done. I got a whole bunch of these temporary zip ties. These are actually reusable zip ties, just to hold all the wires in place. It's a lot of wires. It's a lot of wires because I have a lot of the panels in parallel instead of in series because of shading. Even though these panels are really good with shading, they'll still benefit from being in parallel. So that just means more wires. I might do a little more research and see if I can cut some of these wires shorter, because there's a lot of places like this where I made a loop, kind of because it comes out this way and then turns around and goes back. So there's a lot of wires that I could probably cut quite a bit shorter and probably take several feet out of a lot of these wires. I don't know that it'll matter that much efficiency wise. I mean, obviously, the shorter the wire run, the better in general. I mean, just kind of rule of thumb, obviously. But I don't know that it's worth it. It might be worth it for aesthetics, just because there's so much. Just a loop here, a loop here, 2 loops here, and just to get everything kind of going the right direction. But those are installed, and so I have all of the main panels. So the 7 200 watt panels all installed. 4 of them are in series on one charger, and then 3 of them are in parallel, and they'll be on a separate charger. And then for the 4 other panels, that 2 of them are up there, there's 2 other ones, those will be on another charger because they're all kind of wired differently in different sizes. So I think it should be best like that. I'm going up on top of the hardtop, and I'm going to work on the wiring, get the solar wiring all cleaned up, and shorten the wires and everything. But it is hot, so I think I'm just putting on sunscreen, and I'm planning on going up, and I think I'll wash them off first and hopefully cool it down with some water, and then I can get to work, because otherwise I will probably get burned. Alright, well, I don't know if I made it better. It's cleaner. There's a lot less loops. I also changed some of the wiring to be, it's all now in parallel. So I have 4 panels in parallel and 3 panels in parallel on 2 separate controllers. Hopefully that will give us a little more power with any bit of shading, or when one of the panels gets dirty and the other one isn't. Theoretically, we should make more power that way because the controllers can handle it. The wiring is big enough that it can handle that, barely. That's part of why I made the wire run shorter, was to try and help with any extra loads, any extra amperage trying to go through them. But that's it for tonight. For the rear rigging, Jade did some practice holes. She drilled a hole and then moved it slightly, and then realized that we had changed the hardtop design and drilled the third hole correctly. We briefly considered changing the way that our backstay is configured by having it come down and then splitting into a Y, or having it Y from the top, making new chain plates, getting it all engineered, but then we decided, nah, let's just drill a hole in the solar panel. So now it's time to find out if all of Bouge RV's hype with all of their diodes is real, or if I'm about to cry over this giant ruined 200 watt panel that I don't know what we'll do if it doesn't work.
Good morning. It is 5 a.m. and I am up because I need to cut a hole in our solar panel. It might be a bad idea, but this is the only way that we have figured out. This is the best way. There's a lot of different ways. This is the best way we have figured out how to solve our rigging dilemma. So yeah, cutting a hole in the solar panel. And I'm up before the sun. So with the solar panel, there's no chance of it being powered. Obviously, circuit breaker, I'll unplug it. But yeah, I could cover it with a towel, but then I have to cut a hole through it. So at some point it would be energized, with solar. So I'm gonna try and get this all done before the sun comes up in about an hour. So this is currently solar panel. That's the glue, or the tape that holds it down. So I need to cut that out. I hope this is the right size. Bummer. Oh, I thought it was.
For the past about 2 hours, I've been looking for this boot, and at some point I woke up Jade to help me look, and then she found it. So I am modifying this boot, and it will go in that hole that I cut this morning and seal up the rigging so that when it rains, hopefully a bunch of water won't rain down on us like with our canvas bimini. Hopefully this will do better. While we've been doing this hardtop, I moved the rear stay to this cleat. Our boat has swept back spreaders, so it doesn't really need a rear stay. In fact, you can take the rear stay off.
When we're not sailing.
When we're not sailing, yeah. And so I just had it here really out of just like peace of mind. But anyways, I just moved the topping lift from the boom to that cleat so that once again, there's some peace of mind when I take this one off. So I'm gonna unscrew this turnbuckle all the way, slide on the boot, put the turnbuckle back on, and then put it through the hole.
And it's gonna be super easy, just like that. The boot's just gonna slide.
Yeah, it's just gonna slip right on,
and everything's gonna go great.
It's gonna be the perfect size. This isn't gonna fall in the water.
Yeah, but as a matter of interest, if our mast were to fall down, the peace of mind Brett's talking about, that would be really bad. So don't do that. Don't let your mast fall over. Just pro tips from Brett and Jade. And don't drop your really important rigging bits into the ocean.
Perfect fit.
Easy.
Easy.
Come on, so you can get it inside out. I'm going to help you. Oh. How dare you? It went on really easy. And this is exactly where we want it. You can tell because there is some
paint on it.
Paint on it. This is where the hardtop is.
I'll go up.
You go up.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to faint off the top. That would be really dramatic. Fall in the water, in my head. Then you have to swim for me.
Before the sun came up, I put sealant on all of the exposed bits of solar panel. Hopefully it'll be enough to keep the panel from delaminating and prevent any moisture ingress, but only time will tell. Did you catch that dramatic line?
I don't want to fan off the top. That would be really dramatic.
Unfortunately, that's not a joke these days. If you're wondering why it seems like this whole project is taking way longer than you think it should, well, that means you probably missed the last life update on the other channel. Luckily, the only thing that did take a tumble here was the DJI camera, which swan dived off the hardtop but kept filming all the way underwater until I dove in and saved it, gracefully, heroically even.
Is this still recording?
And came up with some souvenirs.
I never know we dropped that.
I don't think it's ours.
Oh, well.
I just wanted to show this. The sun's still coming up. It's still morning. It's only like, what time is it? 10? 9:30. So, the MPPT fore and aft, has 4 200 watt panels plugged into it. And this MPPT center only has the one 200 watt panel with the big hole in it. And if you do that math, that one damaged panel is almost exactly 1/4 of the other set of panels, which means it's currently putting out almost 100% on par with the other panels. We'll keep monitoring this as the day goes on, but so far, heck yeah, Boujarvi. We decided since we're already all, well, I'm already all wet from jumping in the water, we're gonna go swimming. So Jade is sunscreening my neck and back because I got a little sunburn yesterday.
No, have your bum out.
Just the important parts.
Yeah, it is.
It's cooler than in the marina.
Is it?
I think so. Probably maybe because it's deeper.
I would hope it would be deeper.
Beautiful Tuesday. Okay, we're home. Gonna get showered, cleaned up, send Jade off to chiropractor, and I'll maybe take a nap. We're up to 105 on that damaged panel. 150. So that means it's making 75% of its rated power. That is impressive. That's impressive. It has a 3-inch hole in it. Not shaded, a hole. And it's still making 75% of its power. And we're not quite at peak power yet. Maybe in another hour, 2 hours, hour and a half, we'll hit peak. I'm impressed. 190, 191. Are you kidding me? How's that possible? What? 191? That's what, 4% loss? 5%? Check it out. PV, P max, V max. So power max, 202 watts. Voltage at 2725. It made over 100% of its rated wattage at peak today with a 3-inch hole in it. That holy solar panel is an overachiever, somehow pumping out over 100% of its rated power. I put it in parallel with the 2 other panels that I will damage in the future, but that is future me's problem. The rest is still very much a work in progress. No side solar panels, no windows, no paint, and a lot of sanding still to go. But before we do anything more, we need answers. Will the solar panels eject themselves mid-tack? Will the hardtop rip itself off the deck? Or have we built a giant carbon sail we can't control? Let's go find out.